Hello everyone. So this is the chapter of biology from class 10, chapter 6 life process CBSE. So it deals with what are the features in the life process that we have. What is life process? It is the biological process that helps to maintain life. So that is a life process. Okay. So now going to the text, how do we tell the difference between what is alive and what is not alive? If we see a dog running or a cow chewing cud or a man shouting loudly on a street, we know that these are living things. What if the dog or the cow or the man were asleep? We would still think that they were alive, but how did we know that? We see them breathing and we know that they are alive. So all these things, so what are the things we can say? They have some sort of movements, they either it is growth related or not, as common evidence of being alive. Okay, but a plant that is not visibly growing is still alive, and some animals can breathe without visible movement. So using visible movements as defining characteristics is not enough. So we have movements which might be very very small, which cannot be seen by a naked eyes. Why are molecular movement needed in the life? We have seen in earlier classes that living organisms are well organized structures. They have tissues have cells, and cells have smaller components, and so on. Because of the effect of the environment, these organized, ordered nature of living structure is very likely to keep breaking down over time. And if order breaks down, the organism will no longer live. So the living creature must keep on repairing. So repair mechanism is also very important. So breathing is important, or respiration is important, movement is important, as well as we also saw that herein we have the repair mechanism, repair of cell, which is also very very important. Okay, next, what are life process? The maintenance function of living organisms must go on even when they are not doing any particular thing. Even when we are just sitting in the class, even if we are asleep, so all these things, the maintenance of the life should exist. Since these maintenance processes are needed to prevent damage and breakdown, energy is needed for them. So for all this maintenance, I require energy. This energy comes from outside the body of individual organism. So there must be a process to transfer the source of energy from outside of the organism, which we call food. So we take in food, and there we call this as nutrition. Okay, if the body is very large, okay, the organism addition raw materials would be needed from outside. Since life on the earth depends on carbon based molecules, most of the food source are also carbon based molecules only. Depending on the complexity of the carbon source, different organisms can then use different kinds of nutritional process. The outside sources of energy could be quite varied. It can be different since the environment is not under the control of individual organism. The source of energy therefore need not be broken down or built up, and must be finally converted to a uniform source of energy. So what is the uniform source of energy for human beings? It is ATP. Okay, for this a lot of chemical reactions takes place. Oxidizing reduction reactions takes place to break down molecules. For these, many organisms use oxygen source from outside the body. The process of acquiring oxygen from outside the body, it is done by a process called as respiration. So we saw nutrition. Okay, then we saw respiration taking place. So from outside the body, if you have to take oxygen, it is respiration. Nutrition for the food that you are taking in. In case single cell organism, no specific organs for taking in food, exchange of gases, removal of waste, etc. Okay, so the entire surface of the organism is in contact with the environment. But when the body size increases, it is multicellular organisms. All cells may not be in direct contact. So there is there are few cells which are contact with the environment. So simple diffusion will not meet the requirements of the cell. So what happens? So there is respiration or some other process taking place. So now here what is happening? So that is why there is a problem. Food and oxygen are not taken up at one place in the body of the organism while all the parts of the body need them. This situation creates a need for transportation. So there is a transport system which is required. Transportation in human beings, who does it? Blood does it. Okay, blood and plasma. So then when the chemical reaction is taking place, for obvious reasons there will be some waste that would be created, some byproducts would be created which might be harmful for the body. So it should be discarded out. So there is a process of excretion that will occur. Okay, there is a process of excretion that will occur. Again, if the basic rules for body design in multicellular organisms are followed, a specialized tissue for excretion will be developed, and this particular thing is excretory system. Now just to answer the questions, why is diffusion insufficient to meet the oxygen requirement of multicellular organisms? Because as I told earlier here, all the cells are not in very close contact with the environment. So what happens is all the cells will require oxygen. So diffusion, mere diffusion will not solve the purpose to distribute the food and water to all the cells. So diffusion is not enough. What criteria do we use to decide whether something is alive or not? So we have the criteria following the different life processes there. So whether the person is breathing, whether they are moving, whether all these things are happening, so all the life processes happening, so that shows that the organism is live or not. What are outside raw materials used by an organism? So outside raw material is oxygen and food that is used by an organism. What process would you consider essential for maintaining life? So you can list down all the life processes that is there. All the 4 life processes that we studied, you can just list it down. So now just to answer this question, so first is nutrition, then second is respiration, third is transport, and fourth is excretion. So these are the various life processes. Thank you.